Hey guys, it's Robbie here with Airbrush Masterclass based in Los Angeles. As promised guys, here is my review of Rock Candy Airbrush Makeup. This is going to be really sort of a unedited version guys. This is going to be my first time using this product and I want you guys to see my immediate reaction and hear me what I think of the formula and how it's performing on the skin and things. But let me show you quickly what they sent me. Packaging is super cute. It is a brand based in Southern California, started by a lady named Kelly, who is a television producer, so she definitely knows HD makeup. So this is the system. Cute little compressor, single action with directions on how to use it and everything. So I'll be using this equipment. Love that. Also, they have 16 shades of semi, or a semi, not a semi, but a satin, which is a dewy finish. So they have a dewy finish of 16 shades. And they also sent me 16 shades of their matte formula. So 32 shades altogether. 16 are going to be dewy, 16 are going to be matte. Same color, just, different. Either you can choose matte for, film and TV work or men's grooming or clients with normal to oily skin. Or you can choose the satin dewy finish for bridal, dry mature skin, different things like that. They also sent me 2 bronzers. They sent me 2 highlighters. They call them illuminators. And they also sent me 2 blushes. So the model that I'm going to do today, guys, it's not going to be necessarily a full face, but it's going to be more skin. So it's going to be skin and then sculpting the face with some highlight and contour and blush and different things like that. I'm so excited to dive into this and hope you enjoy. All right, guys, here's our model Loretta, by the way, which is my beautiful mother. She has a little bit of redness, rosacea, and a little bit more mature skin, but she's still a beautiful lady. Mama, thank you so much for doing this. So here we go, guys. First off, I want to talk to you about the Rock Candy compressor. It's very small. It's a single action brush, small compressor. Guys, for beauty, you don't need a huge compressor. This goes up to a 12 PSI. Touch on. There's a 4. Once again, there's an 8. Once again, there's a 12. 12 is the perfect speed for all beauty makeup. So it's a cute little compressor. All right. Now, I want to talk to you about the makeup. One side of her face, I'm going to do their matte formula. The other side, I'm going to do their dewy formula. We did some basic skin prep beforehand. I did do her color match beforehand as well, just to speed us up during this process. First up, this is the No Filter 4K Matte Foundation from Rock Candy. She is in shade Bare M05. M standing for matte, of course. So packaging is amazing. Love the packaging. Open it up. Look at these nice big bottles. Once again, the packaging is really amazing. This is actually printed on the bottle, not a sticker. So to me, that speaks high-end, okay? Now, once again, guys, this is the first time I've ever used this product on a model, so you're going to get my raw reaction, okay? So here we go. Of course, you always shake your bottle. No more than 6 to 8 drops in your brush at a time. If you put more than that, you can just end up wasting your makeup. Okay. So this is, once again, this is Rock Candy's matte formula. And this is shade Bare M05. Okay. Turn my compressor on. Test on the tissue. Now guys, I purposely did not correct under her eyes with concealer because I want to spray this airbrush under the eyes. I am testing to see if it's going to settle in fine lines and wrinkles. Okay. Rock Candy, if you don't know, is a water-based line. It's Leaping Bunny certified, and it is very skincare oriented. For example, some of the main ingredients here: water, glycerin, hydrolyzed rice protein, brassica napa seed oil, hydrolyzed jojoba esters. So just those few ingredients, guys, tells me this some really great skincare ingredients in here. All right, so without further ado, let's start this foundation. Turn here. See the redness here? All right. If you've taken one of my classes before, you know to correct you're 1 inch away, and for foundation you're 6 inches away. All right, so we're going to go in and correct a little first. Look at that magic eraser. Once again, guys, the first time I ever used this brand, so far so good. Very highly pigmented, I can tell. Look at that. Applied properly, Airbrush is Photoshop. Real life Photoshop. Turn for me. Look at that change in her skin with hardly using any makeup. Once again, this is the matte formula. The other side will do the dewy. I am going to spray under her eyes a little. Usually when I do airbrush, I do like a cream under the eyes and I set with powder. But you can airbrush under the eyes, but it definitely takes a steady hand. You can't overspray, and you can really accentuate fine lines and wrinkles. So I'm just going to just test this just to be testing. So Loretta, if you could look up to the ceiling, okay, angle your brush down. I am testing to see if this is going to actually, guys, pretty amazing. It actually softened her texture underneath. Look at that. Okay, move to the other side. Turn. Pinch the nose to get in that inner corner. And there's the under eyes. Wow. Pretty good. I did see that it did just a touch here. But what you can do is you can dab that with just a little tissue to soften that. This is, honestly, this is why I do prefer to use traditional concealer under the eyes instead of airbrushing. But once again, I just wanted to test to see what it would do. When you spray under the eyes, if you do this technique, you have to be very soft. All right, good. Redness on her nose, watch that go away. Don't forget your client's neck and your ear. We're doing half side, this matte, half side dewy. Guys, this was only like 8 drops, and look what all we've done so far. Alright, turn side to side for the camera. Perfect. Look at the redness. And turn side to side again. Redness. Good. Turn a little bit more for me. And look into the camera. Alright, I'm going to spray this out and we're going to test the other side with the dewy. Okay, now we're doing the same shade but in the satin formula, the dewy. Check your bottle. Six to 8 drops. It only takes a little. Test on the tissue. So now, same shade, dewy formula. This is their satin. All right, turn here. Redness is going away. look into the camera and look up. Once again, guys, I am just airbrushing under this eyes. I want to see how bad it creases. It does crease somewhat. That's why I do still prefer a cream under the eye. But honestly, this does not crease under the eyes nearly as much as some other water-based brands that I've used in the past. It's definitely a very highly pigmented formula. A little bit really goes a long way. I mean, I feel like I could do her entire face with probably 8 drops. I mean, look at that. Alright, turn side to side for the camera. And once again for me. I'm looking now. I can definitely see the light reflect this dewiness, the satin formula, and go back. And I can see this is definitely more matte. I can definitely see that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Matte, guys, this is good for film and TV work. Because film and TV work, you don't want any shininess or any light reflectant, because what can happen is if your actor is in front of a studio light and they turn their head, that light will bounce off of that. And for example, if they're in like a scene in a dark lit room, there's still studio lights in front of them, but if they turn their head and that light reflects, it can look a little odd. So that's why film matte is the best. So is for men's grooming and normal to oily skin. Turn the other side. I'm loving this dewy. I'm loving this dewiness. This is absolutely beautiful. Youthful skin reflects light. So I love this. It looks youthful. This is great for dry, mature skin. This is great for bridal. This is good for editorial looks. Yeah, I'm liking it. I can definitely see the difference between the matte and the satin / dewy formula. I don't know if it's because of the matte or the dewiness, but it does seem like, even though these are supposed to be the same exact shade, this looks a touch lighter and this looks more spot on. So I'm not for sure what's going on there, but regardless, it looks great. If she was my real client, I would definitely choose this dewy formula. It's really, really pretty. Now, I'm not going to do an entire face, but I am going to do contour, blush, and highlight on her. They did send me the products. I'm really happy with it. It looks great. It did not use a lot of product. Like I said, under the eyes, there is a little bit of creasing. That is normal with airbrush. This is, honestly, if you've taken a class on me, this is why I do not like to airbrush under the eyes, because it can accentuate fine lines and wrinkles. I do like a cream under there. But I wanted to just test that under the eyes just to see how bad it does crease or accentuate fine lines. It does some, but not nearly as bad as some other brands I've seen. Alright, so now I'm going to run a little bit of their cleaner through this brush. Spread on the tissue. Alright, now we're going to do a little bit of contour. Alright, so this is the Cognac Matte 15 formula. It's really dark, but I'm going to use this to contour her face a little, give a little bit more dimension, and I may get a little crazy and maybe do a little bit of a crease color in her on her eye, for maybe do a little eyeshadow. So once again, first time I ever used this product. Packaging is really amazing. This is a really dark shade, but we're going to spray super, super light. All right, a few drops in. Boom, boom, boom. You only need to work with a few at a time, guys. Airbrush is 10 times concentrated compared to traditional. If you load this bad boy up, you're going to be wasting your product. All right, Got my contour in, test on the tissue. Turn for me. I'm just going to contour here a little. 4 inches away, angle your brush down, sheer layer. Barely there, that's what I'm looking for. Add another layer if I want to touch more. That's enough. You can do jawline a little. 4 inches away. Defines, give a little shape, definition to the face. Alright, turn side to side for me. Boom. And there's that little contour. Turn that way. 4 inches, slightly angled down, sheer layer. That's enough. Jawline a little. That's enough. Alright, look in the camera and turn side to side. Boom. And boom. Guys, contour, I did go just a touch darker just for camera purposes so you can see. We can spray in her hairline a little bit. Contour the forehead. Contour here. Yeah, that's enough. Just a little bit of dimension. Oh, you know what? Let's do a little bit of crease color for her eye. Just keep your eyes shut, I'll let you know when to open. And when I'm done with this, I'll probably put a little bit of shimmer and maybe a brow bone highlight here too. Keep your eyes shut. What I'm doing, guys, is for the most part this does set on contact, but before she opens, you got to be certain that way it doesn't crease. Now, if she was a real client, or if you've taken one of my classes, you'll see that I usually do eyes first. I do prefer to do eyes first and then skin second, but for this video, I just wanted to mainly focus on skin. I'm just kind of throwing these little bit of airbrushed eyeshadow in here just to kind of give her a finished look. Alright, open and close. Okay, just a little something, something. That way she doesn't leave with an unfinished look. A little contour. Spray that out. Run some cleaner through. Alright, now we're going to do some blush and shimmer. Alright, we have some blushes she's in here, Dusty Rose and Just Blush. I think I'm going to use this Dusty Rose. Once again, such cute packaging. Dusty Rose. A little grin. Give me a grin. A little blush right on the apple. Sorry guys, keep hitting this camera. Alright, just a little blush. Spray that out. Now they sent me 2 highlighters. I'm going to use champagne. champagne shimmer. I'll do a little bit of shimmer here, or cheekbone. Oh, that's really pretty. Look at that. Pull that cheekbone together. And then on the other side. And turn side to side. See that light reflect and hit that, guys? Very beautiful, glowy. Look at that light hit that. Really, really pretty. I'm going to spray a little bit on her eye, right on her lid. Keep your eyes shut, don't open, okay? Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. I didn't plan on doing airbrush eyeshadow for you guys today, but since I have the makeup in here, why not? I'm just drying it a little. Almost, a little bit on her lip, maybe. Your lip a little. I also have a little bit of this shimmer left over. I can spray the entire finish if I want more of a dewy look. Okay, turn side to side. Look at that light hit that. Beautiful. How does it feel on your skin?
Feels good.
Does it feel light or heavy?
Feels light.
Alright. Now, it does come with, they sent me the finish. Okay, this is the Rock Candy Finish Silky Setting Spray. Now, if you've ever used water-based airbrush makeup, you usually have to use like a setting spray or a setting powder. So we're going to spray this. Okay. All right, just hold your breath for a minute. Okay. There we go. Now I'm just going to take the air from my brush here and just kind of help dry that up a little bit. I'm really liking the finish. I can tell that like after the makeup sets for a few minutes, it kind of marries in with her own skin and looks more lifelike. Turn for me. And the other way. It definitely looks like skin. This is definitely a full coverage airbrush formula. I honestly only use like 8 to 10 drops on her. I use like 8 on each side. I could have used a lot less, I feel. But this was my first time ever using this brand. It definitely covered her blemishes and her redness, just like Photoshop, real life Photoshop. The only thing we're doing right now is that finishing spray. I'm just kind of just making sure it's nice and dry. Alright, let's see. I feel like to finish that look, you need like some mascara. Of course, guys, we would finish this look. We would do some like mascara and lashes and probably her brows. Let me see if I have a dark enough shade for. I don't think I have a dark enough shade for your brows. So that would be one thing I could suggest for the brand is have a white anytime you need to lighten something, and have a black for when you need to darken something. Like if I had a black, I could go ahead and do her brows. I could do her eyeliner and different things like that. But first impressions, I like it. It's definitely highly pigmented. It looks like glowing skin. It's beautiful. It was easy to work with. It didn't take a lot to um, cover her redness or her blemishes. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. I'm really happy with it. The bottles are large, and I can tell you guys, if you can do a foundation with 10 drops, this bottle's going to last a long time. So, anything you'd like to say?
No, it feels good.
Okay, thank you. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. So here are sort of my first sort of initial thoughts about Rock Candy Airbrush. Number one, we talk about their packaging. Packaging is absolutely impeccable. It comes, when I got the package, it comes with stickers. Let me show you this. It comes with like rock candy. It came with a hat and a headband. And of course, you know, the bottles themselves come in boxes, and the bottles are really, really nice with labels printed. I love that. The packaging is absolutely amazing. I do like how they have so many shades. They have 16 shades in a matte formula, 16 shades in a dewy formula. So I love that. This is a brand new brand, so there's lots of room for improvement with, you know, any brand that starts off fresh. So I am so happy that they sent me product and wanting my honest review. I would love to see more shades. From what they sent me, I see that they have 2 blushes, 2 bronzers, and 2 highlighters. So definitely if we could get more shades, that would be amazing. Also, if we could get some matte contour shades, that would be great. The contour shade I used on my model was sort of the darkest contour shade they had, but it was a little too warm for me. So that would be nice to have that. Also, a color theory collection would be nice, such as red, blue, yellow. From that, you can make anything. You can make blushes, you can make eyeshadow, you can warm up foundations, you can cool down foundations. Also, the white is really good, like for eyeshadows, and black you can do liners and things like that. Now I know that a lot of makeup artists don't do full face, but it would be nice to have those options within this line. The product itself sprayed very, very easily. The viscosity of it is really thin, just like you would expect from any water-based. It is highly pigmented, meaning you do not need a lot of product. If you use a lot of product and spray that, you will make your model look, or your client look cakey. So a little bit goes a long way. And what else? The 2 different formulas, I could definitely see the difference in matte and dewy. Beautiful, beautiful finish. The compressor, really, really cute compressor. I'm pretty sure it goes up to like maybe a 12 or 15 psi. And here's the thing, with Beauty Airbrush, you only need a 12 psi. So you only need a small compressor. But when does that 30, 40, or 50 psi come in handy? For example, when you have a clog or when you're cleaning. So as much as this little compressor is cute and small and portable, and it can do beauty, of course, when I'm ready to clean my brush and if I have a clog, the maximum PSI on this, which I think is about a 15, it sometimes cannot be enough to blast out a clog. So really that's about the only thing I have to say about this compressor. It's good, it'll get the job done. It just, if you have a clog or cleaning, it won't blast out that clog fast enough. Yeah, formula, really, really like. I'm excited to add this to my own collection. And it felt, if I had to choose, I feel that it's definitely more bridal and event type airbrush makeup. It looks like skin, it reflects light. Even the matte version still reflected some light. So Hope you guys enjoy this review. This is my honest review. I didn't edit this video at all except putting the segments together. This is my raw review, unfiltered, unedited pretty much. I experienced the brand for the very first time with you guys. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.